Hi everyone, this is Mrs. McElhaney, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a scratch project called The Hungry Bee. This is video 1 of 3, and in this video we are going to work on creating our own sprites. Because believe it or not, Scratch does not have a bee, nor does it have a flower sprite already. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to get rid of this cat sprite. It's not the hungry cat. So I'm just going to press this trash can with the X on it. And there it goes. Now, I definitely need some kind of backdrop. I don't want a white backdrop. That's just going to look kind of yucky. So I'm going to click down here at the very bottom right corner that says choose a backdrop. There are several backdrops that will work for this. You can create your own if you want, but you don't have to. So since we are talking about bees and being hungry and pollinating and all of that, we need something that's outdoors. Definitely something not inside. That would look very, very weird. So you can have a realistic picture. For instance, these flowers, those are realistic. They look very real. Or you can do something more cartoon like this forest picture right here. I'm going to choose the forest. I like the cartoon picture. All right, so I clicked that and now my backdrop is ready. Now I need to start adding my sprites. I'm going to start with making the bee first. I come to the blue button that's right next to the backdrop button that says choose a sprite, but I'm not going to choose a sprite because Scratch does not have it. I'm going to go up to paint. It looks like a little paintbrush. All right, here I go. So I have several different tools here that are going to help me create my bee and my flower. Bees are pretty rounded. They're kind of oval, but then they do have some stripes through it. But the main tool that I'm going to use for the bee is this circle tool right here. It's going to help me draw circles and ovals pretty well. Now, bees are not purple. They are yellow and black. So I'm going to change this purple color by clicking on it and moving the button to the yellow that I want. And I want it to be a little bit deeper. So I'm going to go and change this one. There we go. Perfect. That's definitely the color I want. Now the outline I'm going to keep with being black. I like the black outline. It's going to make it look like a cartoon. If you want it to be different, you could definitely change it to a yellow as well so that you don't see the outline to it. All right, so here we go. Time to get started. There's the body. And so I just clicked and I was dragging. And I'm going to do a smaller oval for the head. Now, to me, that looks more like a duck, where the duck's head would be. I'm going to actually pick up and move the head a little bit more. There we go, off to the side of it. Excellent. Notice I now have the body and the head. Well, let's see. I'm going to do 2 more circles, well, actually ovals, that are going to represent the wings. I'm going to change those to being white, though. I do not want my wings to be yellow. They are white. Technically, they're transparent. They're clear. We don't see them. But in this situation, I need it to be white. All right, I'm going to start up here. And there's one wing. And you know what? I want it to be tilted a little bit. So if you notice, there's these arrows that are curved. That's going to actually let me tilt my wings just a tad. And I'm going to move it over a little bit so that it's right in the center of the back. Now I'm actually going to want a second one of these because he has 2 wings. So if I click off of it and I click the arrow, this select button right here, I can copy it. So what I had to do was I had to select it first and then click copy. Like I'm making a copy of it, like your teachers give you copies of worksheets. They're all the same. And then I click paste right next to it. And notice that's giving me another wing that's exactly the same shape and same size. Now I want this one to be a little bit angled a little differently. And so I'm just going to move it back to where it was. There we go. So just change that a little. And I'm going to move it down. There we go. Perfect. Now, I also want this wing to be behind the other wing. So I'm going to click backward And notice it now falls behind the other one. If I wanted to bring it forward again, I click forward, and that wing is now in front. But again, like I said, I want that one behind it. I want the curved one to be more in the front. All right, we're doing really good so far. Look at him. Now, I am going to go ahead and use, since I have the white already, I'm going to come back to the circle and I'm going to start creating his eyes. And this time I'm just going to do little circles, just like that. And then again, I want to copy and paste that eye. So I'm going to come and select. And oh no, is it going to let me select inside? There we go. That's what I wanted. Just click on it. I'm going to hit copy and then paste. And now I have a second eye. And I'm going to try and move it. I don't want to make it any bigger. There we go. I want the hand tool. Uh-oh. I started making it turn a little bit. Give me a second. Oh no, it's making it bigger. So if you ever start making mistakes like this, what you can do is you can press the undo button. The undo button is this one right here that looks like the back arrow. Okay, there we go. Now, again, if I do that, it's just making... Okay, so this was not the right idea. I'm going to go ahead and just delete him. And let's see if I can make just another circle the same size. But it's going to be over a little bit. There we go. All right, not too bad, not too bad. He works, it works, it works, it works. All right, and I'm going to add now some details in. I'm going to use my paintbrush, and I want the color black because I'm going to add a little dot in there for his pupil right there towards the bottom. Perfect. Now I'm going to do his stripes, but if you notice, this is a very, very small paintbrush, and just like other paintbrushes, other like real life paintbrushes, they actually have different sizes. So here's where I change the size. Right now it's a size 10. I'm going to make that thicker to about a size 50. Whoa, look how big my brush is now. That's too big. Let's go to maybe 30. Yes, that is much, much better. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start adding some stripes in. Kind of give it a little curve there. And another curve. Oh, I don't like that curve at all. Let's get rid of it. There we go. Undo again. All right, nice. And let's do one more. Fantastic. And the last thing that I need is his stinger. I'm going to make this a little smaller again. Let's go to a 20. Maybe even smaller. How about a 10? Go back to that. Yes, very good. And I'm going to make his little stinger like a triangle. There we go. Excellent. Oh, you know what? I actually forgot something. His mouth. He needs a smiley face. Let me change black, and I'm going to make it now red. I'm going to go all the way down. And let's make him a friendly bumblebee. There he is. Look at him smiling. Oh, and I just realized I forgot something else. He has little antennae at the top of his head. Well, he should. All right, so back down to black. And there we go. Kind of curve it off. Nice. All right. He looks super, super cute. I love him. All right. So coming back over now to my stage, he's really, really big. How do I change the size of him? Right here. Notice it says size. I want him to be, well, let's see, about half the size. Right now he's 100%. Half of 100 is 50. Let's see if that works. So I type in 50 and press enter. He's okay. He's okay. Let's see if I can make him a tad bit smaller. Maybe half of 50 is 25. He'll be half the size now he is. That looks a little bit better. But I want him a little bit bigger. I can't see any of the details. How about if I make him a 35? That's perfect. That's exactly what I want. And now I can click on him and I can move him up. All right, so now I have my bumblebee. He's ready to go. I now need to make a flower. I'm going to come back down to the choose a sprite button, but I'm going to go up to the paintbrush and notice it gives me a new sprite. I'm going to now make a flower. I'm going to start with a circle again. And let's see, I don't want it to be black. Let's go back to, there we go. Now I got different colors. I would like my flower to be purple, kind of a purplish pink. There we go, beautiful. And I'm just going to start doing little ovals like this. And I'm going to keep copying and pasting them and copying and pasting them. So come back to the select button, select it, copy, paste, copy, paste, paste, paste. There we go. And notice now I have a lot of petals that I can change the angle, swing it around a little bit, just like that. And I can connect them all together. Let me actually turn this one that away. There we go. Now you can definitely do yours a little bit different if you want. You do not have to do ovals. You can hand draw yours with the paintbrush. You should definitely try exploring the tools on your own. There's no reason for you to have to do it exactly the way that I'm doing it. All right, so if you notice, I need a few more petals. Let me go ahead and paste some more. There we go. And again, let me spin it more. We're going to stick it right all in there. And I'm not worrying about which way, which petal's on top of the others right now, because I'm going to put a big yellow circle in the middle, the center, which is where the bee is going to get its pollen from. Let me turn that just a little bit more. There we go. Fantastic. Oh, look at that. That looks pretty cool. And then, like I said, I'm going to do this center circle. Let me go back here. It's going to be yellow. And I'm going to cover up all of that there. Let me move it more towards the center. And voila, I now have a beautiful flower. Again, way too big. So let me change its size. Let's try 50%. That's pretty good. I'll take it. I like it. Now, I want him to pollinate more than one flower, but since I already really like the way that this flower looks, I just want to duplicate it. You, of course, could draw a whole nother flower. Maybe you want to draw a tulip. That's fine. This is more of a daisy. What I do, or what I can do, if I want it to look exactly the same as this, I can make sure I click here on this sprite, and I can right click and press duplicate. And then there's another one, the exact same size, the exact same color. I'm going to do the same thing and duplicate it one more time to have 3 different flowers. Now, what I can really do is change the colors as well. So right here is this paint fill bucket. Instead of me having to go and do each one of these little guys, notice all I have to do, since it's already selected yellow, is just go right on top of it and it will change the color. But I don't want yellow. Let's do a darker blue. There we go. And notice it fills it in. Love that one. And then I also want to change the other sprite. I don't want all the same color. Maybe let's do an orange. Oh, that's going to be a nice color. There, look at that orange. All right, fantastic. So now I have 3 really nice looking flowers and a nice looking bumblebee, and I made them all by myself. Good luck on yours.